Life is in cycles, and the seasons will always come back. In other words, every single human being goes through the same cycle of life, and the seasons always come back. So I can tell anybody that the opportunity for you to have a supernatural, welcome Pastor David. All right. The opportunity for you to have a supernatural increase and growth and breakthrough will come. And it will come repeatedly because it's in cycles. The seasons will always come back. Now, we may not recognize it. We may not see it. We may miss it. But in God's faithfulness, those seasons always come to everybody. If you see anybody that sits down and says, you know, I don't know what's going on, nothing is happening in my life, and all of that, listen, the season came. In fact, what Jesus said was that the problem that you have here is that you have missed the time of your what? Visitation. So there are times, and it comes back. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 6. I want you to have this confidence in your heart. And I'll share this. I have missed some seasons in my own life and ministry. And I've come to a point where I recognized spiritually I missed a season. So what I do, or what I've learned here, is that once I see I missed that season there, I just withdraw, and I want to share this, go through a process here, waiting upon God for the next season for a supernatural rise, and I key into it. I don't complain about the people that keyed into that season. I don't get into envy or jealousy. Let me give an example. When we had a church in one location in Lagos, in Yaba, there was a very wealthy man, he was a billionaire, that called me on the phone. He said, I can see that your ministry is making an impact. Some of you people in my office go to your church. He said, you might want to leave that place and come to Lekki area. And he said, I have a property that I want to sell. I said, no, we are not. We are Yaba people. Later on, we moved to the place, and I didn't even remember. So he called me again one day. He said, we have land for sale. I've never heard that before. When you say there's land for what? Sale. Will you be interested in buying? Now, because I knew that I had missed seasons before, my first answer was what? Yes. Let's go and see the place. When we got there, I got into his car. I said, let me take you to the place. He said, I called you some years back. I said, yes. He said, that land I was going to sell to you, that's where the British International School is today. Massive thing. I just, in my heart, I said to myself, I missed this thing. Next time, I will go back and check what happened around that particular time to know when those seasons come. Because somebody can open a door for you that to you it doesn't look like, but actually. So when we got to the place, before he even said, do you want to buy? I said, yes. First of all, yes. Let's buy it. That property we bought, I've only been there once. We have fenced it. I'm waiting for what God will show us to do with it. Are you following what I'm saying here? The seasons will always come. So if you feel what's going on, just wait on the Lord. That opportunity will come. Look at Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 6. It tells us this. The wind goeth towards the south, turneth about to the north. It whirleth about continually, and the wind returneth again according to its circuit. It will go, but it will come again according to its circuit. Next one. It says, next verse. It says that all the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full. Unto the place from whence the rivers come, thither, it says, they return again. So no matter how the rivers come, there's a circuit they go through. And they go through that circuit, come back, go through that circuit. And it's the same thing with life here, which means the cycles are there. The seasons will always come back.